Hello everyone. So in this video I want to talk with you about how to use the website Canvas as a student perspective. So I will go into all the details about how to submit assignments, what are the different tabs, what properties can you use to help your life, and so on, all right? So let's get started with the first one. So the first one is the account setting, the account tab. Let me show you what you can do in it. So the account tab is located on the top left side corner, and when you click on it you're going to have a bunch of different notifications and options, to be honest. So the first option you have is actually notifications. So here you manage what are the things you want to receive emails for and what are the things you don't want to receive emails for. So typically I don't really work too much on this one. Right, but you can put some things. You can say, for example, all right, I want to see notifications immediately if the teacher publishes any new course or if he publishes any new content, for example. Then we would have profile, right? And under profile, basically, well, obviously yourself. Here you can edit profile, you can change your picture, all right? You can just look for something that, there you go. Perfect. Right, so you can change your picture over there. In terms of name, I always recommend to put family name all in caps for my courses. I think it's much easier. And then you can put, you know, what are you if you're a, there you go, yeah, male, female, or if you don't want to identify your gender, if you have any title, and so on, so on, so on. Okay, you can put some links for your personal works and all that. Then you also have a tab called Files. So you have 1 GB where you of space where you can keep different files for your courses, or you can save your own personal files that might help you. Going back, we have settings, definitely an important one. Okay, now my recommendation is here to always check your name, your full name, display name, sortable name. I typically always put my family name on it, all caps, but sometimes it shows that your name is all in numbers. So if that's the case, my suggestion is you can go to edit settings on the right hand side and you can change the necessary things. You can change it, the language you want to interact. You can change here as well the time zone where you are located, and then right, you just update settings. I would say that it's important to have your full name, display name, and sortable name all the same. And I would put the family name, especially because most schools, when they give you the list of students, they're organized by family name. So this would save a lot of time to the teacher, in this case to me, obviously. You can add more than one email address as well. If you wish to have more than one email address, you can do so. All right. And all right, then we have e-portfolios. So here is, you can have portfolios of different works that you've done. All right, you can create, so make a portfolio, and basically you can add a whole of different stuff there about the things that you did in class, and then you give a link, and this link can give access to this private portfolio of works you've done to whoever you wish. So it can be very interesting to use this feature. Then you have QR code for login. All right, you just click on it, proceed, right, and you just scan it, and this will allow you to log into your Canvas account where you're on the go or through the mobile app. Finally, we have global announcements. Here you're going to see all the announcements made by all the courses that you participate in, from the most current to the most recent. In this case, this is a test account, so I don't have any. So this is how you manage your account settings. The second tab is the dashboard tab. Let me show you all the things that we can do there. All right, the next one is the dashboard tab, so located right underneath the account tab. Now in this case, you're going to see here a bunch of different things, but in this case for me, it's showing just one course. Now if you participate in more than one course, then you would have several different courses here listed. You can change the view and put it as a list, for example. All right. Oops. Okay. Wait. Sorry, going back to the dashboard. So you can change how it looks. As you saw, I can change by recent activity, but I'm just going to put this card view per course. I think it's much easier. Then what I can do as well is I can check here my to-do list, and in the to-do list I have the next things that I need to take care of. All right. And for example, it shows here that there's a warning, there's an announcement. If you see this symbol over here means an announcement, and here if you see this one means there's a quiz that I have to do. And also recent feedback, it also shows like what is the latest feedback I received for your course in this case. What else to tell you about the tab? You can start a new course. Obviously you can create a course on your own, or you can join a course, and you can also view all the grades that you have over here through the different courses. All right, and that's the dashboard tab. The third tab is the Courses tab. The next one is the Course tab. Now the Course tab, when you click on it, basically it just shows you all the different courses you would have. Since this is a test account, I only have one. But if you have different courses, it can be very useful to just go there and immediately click on the one you want to go to. Right? So that's all that the Course tab does. So this part is very, very short, as you can see. The fourth tab that I want to show you is the Group tab, one of the most useful tabs if you are doing several different courses within Canvas. All right, the Groups tab. The Groups tab is very cool because basically when you click on it, it will show you all the different group projects that you have, all the different groups that you have in different courses. Now, in this case, I only have one over here to make it easier. So in this case, I can click there and I would go to this group's specific page. So this is a page that you have for your group alone. All right. And in this page, you would have a home tab. You would have announcements that you want to make to the rest of your team. You have links, pages that you want to share. You have the other people in the course and who's the teacher for that group. All right. You have discussions, which is a little bit blog. And I'll talk about all these different things later on. You can organize as well your files here. You can organize conferences, and conferences, I mean like a live chat with everyone, and you can just create it, schedule it, and everyone can join. And you can record it as well, which means all of them would be here recorded, which is great. You have collaborations as well, which is where you can actually create a Google Drive that will be accessible for everyone. All right. So you would have to link to your Google account. And that's the Group tab. All right. So you'll be able to see all the different groups you have for all the different courses. Another great tab is the Calendar tab because it can really help you figure out all the different assignments and deadlines you have. The next one is the Calendar tab, by far one of my favorite because the Calendar tab allows you to see all the deadlines that you have. So for example, it shows here the different calendars you have for different courses. And in this case, for example, I have, all right, here we go. So I have the course over here. I can see also calendars for specific groups that I'm part of. All right, and I can see it in different ways. For example, deadlines for this week. Okay, let me just zoom out a little bit. Deadlines for this week. I can see it by month. All right, here it is, the test that I put as an example. And here's as an agenda, it basically says the next deadlines in an agenda format. By far, it's a great tool because it makes sure that you don't forget any assignment. Now, what happens is when you have an assignment that is already done, it will show like this. Let me zoom in now. It will show that kind of like marked, and this means that it's completed. This one, over the other hand, it's not completed, all right, and therefore it's still due. And that's the Calendar tab. Now I'm going to show you another cool property, which is the Inbox tab, and how to send messages to classmates, to groups, or to the teacher. All right, next one is the Inbox tab. A great thing to manage your conversation, so you don't have to constantly send emails to other people. You can just go here, all right? You can just select the courses, all right? For example, here, my mathematics course, all right? And then you can say, to who do you want to send? Do you want to send to the teacher, to a student, or to a student group? For example, I'm going to send it to a teacher. In this case, it would be myself, right? Then I would write test subject, and when you send a message like this, it's great because basically you don't have to introduce yourself. When I receive a message from a student as a teacher, it identifies the course and the class they are from, so I immediately know what subject they're talking about. You can also attach different files. All right, I'm going to attach here one file as an example. I can also add, for example, Here we go. Hello everyone. You can also add a video message if you wish, or you can upload some specific media. And then I'll click as send. Right, and the message was sent to that person. You can check, you can filter your messages by course, you can filter your messages by group, you can check here the inbox, the unread messages, start messages sent, archived, submission comments, everything here. A great message center as well, and feel free to use it if you have any questions about my courses. Next one is the History tab. The next one is the History tab. Now the History tab is very short, but basically it just tells you all the things that you did most recently, all right? And this is great because sometimes you want to make sure that you don't remember what was the subject you submitted the group to, or if you actually submitted the project to a specific subject, and you can go here and quickly check. It's a really useful tool in case you forgot something recently, and it will tell you all the things that you did most recently. That means as well that I also have access to your history, and in case that a lot of times happens is if you try to send a message saying, oh, I could not do this, or I uploaded but it's not working, I can go check your history and see if it's true or not. So please be careful with that. All right, my suggestion is whenever you submit an assignment, come to the History tab and double check that actually you did submit it. It will show that you submitted. So for example, here it is, grouped files. It shows I submitted a file. And finally, we have the Help tab. Let me show you how it looks like. All right, another one is finally on the last part of this row of tabs is the Help tab. Now the Help tab basically has all the necessary information that you can use. And if you have any questions, you can go to search for Canvas guides, and it will tell you how to use different things, or for example, how to make sure that to submit assignments and so on. So if you have questions, you can always either contact me, it's the easiest form, or you can just go here and quickly research what questions you have. All right, now we go to the tabs inside each one of the courses and the different things we can do. The first one is the Home tab. All right, let's go now to the tabs related to courses themselves. So I'm going to enter a course, in this case my math course. And the first tab that it shows is your Home tab. Now the Home tab is basically what the teacher has selected to be your welcome page. Now in this case, on my welcome page, I typically have the modules of the course, and I divide things by the class themselves. So most of the information will be on your Home tab. Other things that are useful, you can see your to-do list. What are the things you need to do? You can see your different groups for your course, and you can also see the feedbacks that you received recently. On the top, you can also see your course notifications, and you can decide to disable some of those notifications if you wish, at your own risk. You can also see your course calendar, so the calendar only for this specific course, all right? And you can also see the view course stream, which basically, there you go, which basically will show the different things or the different activities that are in the course. And that's your Home tab. And now the Assignment tab, definitely one of the most important ones that you have as a student. All right, Assignment tab. So in the Assignments tab, basically it will be a description, or you have all the different assignments, right? For my courses at least, I have two major types of assignments. So I have assignments themselves and I have quizzes. So quizzes will show a little rocket like this. No idea why. And assignments will show a little symbol like this. Now, to view the assignments, you can show them by date, but I prefer to show them by type, because most of the times I will also place here each category of assignments, how much does it contribute towards your final grade. So in this case, I did not put it because this is just a test course. I only have two small things. So if it's a quiz, all right, if it's a quiz, you access it. And in this case, I already did it, but there would be an option saying, take the quiz, all right? And I made another video about how to actually do, or how the quizzes work, and you can check that other video about it. If you have a normal assignment, so a project, for example, there would be an assignment, you would have all the details there. Typically, the rubrics would also show down here. In this case, it's just a test, so I don't show. Check out how your assignment will be graded. and then you would just click Submit Assignment. Right? You can submit it directly from your Google Docs. All right, I'm not going to do that. Or you can submit it by choosing a file. Once again, I'm just going to select a file at random. And you can add several files as well. There we go. Once you're done, click Submit Assignment. You don't have to say who it is. I know who it is, so no problem at all. If it's a group assignment, only one person in the group actually needs to submit it. And that's it in terms of assignment. Third one inside the course, the third tab is the Grades tab. The Grades tab, very simple. It basically shows you all your grades and it shows you what's your current score. It will always show the score out of 100 points, okay? And for each assignment, it will tell you the score you got out of the total points possible. So for example, this math placement test had a possible 100, I got a 7. Another option that you have is when you submit assignment, but the teacher did not correct it yet, you would have this symbol, which means that it has not been graded yet. Then it will also show you the different grades you got for each one of the categories. All right. So for example, in the exam category, I got 7%. In the mini projects, it's non-defined because I don't have a grade yet. And in the big project, same thing. Not defined because I did not have a grade yet. And this is your grades tab. You can also rearrange it by module, or you can rearrange it by assignment group. All right. Then you click Apply, and it will show your grades just in a different way. And finally, you can also print your grades if you wish. There you go. Very useful. Another important tab is the People tab, and basically it allows you to see everyone in the course. Let me show you how it works. Now let's go on the People tab. Here you're going to see all the different people in this course. All right, the other students, the teachers. You can filter them by, for example, just to see the teacher, in case you have many people in the course. Then you're going to have tabs of groups. All right, and this is the different groups you might belong to. So in this case, right, what can happen is for example, for this course, I belong to this group over here. I can only belong in one group, so the other ones are locked. All right, I can go and visit my group page where I described to you before. You have different things you can do there. It's a great way to communicate with your team. And you have your managed group. All right, I cannot delete myself, but I can go and, in this case, invite other people. In case that the course, the teacher said, or in this case me, obviously, that I said that you can create your own groups, then it's your responsibility to come here to the Group tab and add yourself to the team that you wish. All right, so there would be a button that says Join, and you'll join your team. Okay, and this is the People tab. Next tab we have is the Files tab. Next one is the File tab. So here you're going to find all the different files for the course, all right, when they were updated and so on. So if you want one of the files, you can just click here, download, and you would get the download. You would get, in this case, a PowerPoint of, in this case, calculus, my course of calculus. Now we have the Quizzes tab, a list of all the quizzes you have in the course. Then we have Quizzes tab. On the Quizzes tab, here it is. It basically will only show you the quizzes. So not all the assignments, only the quizzes you have to do. And that's pretty much it. So sometimes there are, for example, in most of my courses, every unit will have one quiz. So this is a useful tab to see which ones you might still have to do. The next one is the Module tab. Then you would have the Modules tab, and the Modules tab is basically the course divided by units, right? Or divided by however the teacher decided to change to put the modules. But overall, I typically make this one my home tab, but does not necessarily need to be. Here is just all the different things divided according to how the teacher has divided the course. I typically divide it by units. In this case, I actually, since it's just a very short program, I just divided it in these 3 different topics. Another tab is the announcements for the course. All right, the next one is the announcements, and in the announcements, basically is just well, an announcement to the whole class. In this case, the teacher has made it, so you can go check what, oops, here we go. Actually, you have to click on warnings, and in this case, it's just a text warning. It's just an announcement the teacher wants to make, and since now I already read it, okay, I don't need to worry about it anymore. In this case, I cannot make any comments. All right, I can just mark the things as read, and that's it. So typically, actually, in my courses, I don't normally use this unless the course is 100% online. Then we have the Discussions tab. So next one is Discussion tab. So this one is very simple. It's like a forum, and someone posted this question. Anyone can start a discussion. All right, I can just go here and like start discussion, and then I could just write whatever I want, right? And then I could just save it, and then everyone would have access to that point. So it's a great way to collaborate with other teams as well. Here in this case, the teacher posted something, so I can go there, right? Oops. I can go there, reply, and reply to this specific assignment as well. And I would show over there. And this is the Discussion tab. It's great, very useful if you have questions that you want to discuss with the other students. You can just post there, because everyone will get a message that you posted something. The next one is the Pages tab. So under the Pages tab, what you will see is that there's basically different links that the teacher can post, all right? And I just created here the test link, all right? And you click on it, and basically you would then see all the necessary information. I typically post my favorite links there. In this case, I just put a little test, but it's a great way if the teacher wants to share many different links. This is a great place to put that information. The next one is the Syllabus tab. The Syllabus tab is very simple. It will tell you all the different things that you have in terms of course summary. The teacher might also create the syllabus or post it here so you can easily get it but basically the syllabus is giving you a description of all the important dates that you have in this course. And now we have the Outcomes tab for the course. Then you have the outcomes page. So the outcomes page is describing what is the different outcomes you expect from the class. In this case, I just put some random stuff there, to be honest, just to give you an idea of how it would look. I typically don't use this on my courses, but if you are interested to know how does each assignment link to each course, you would find the information there. Another tab that we have is the Collaboration tabs. One resource that many students don't use, but I find that it's absolutely great. The next one would be collaborations. Now, collaborations is great because basically it allows you to create a Google Drive, and the invitation would be immediately sent to everyone in your team, right? So you can create a Google Docs, right? So I'm going to authorize access. I'm just going to give access on my, in this case, on my email address. There you go. Right, so I linked it, and then I could say, okay, what will be the document name? What will be the description? Right, and then I can add people there. So I'm gonna add myself, obviously, and I'm gonna add the teacher as well. Oops, there we go. Right, I can also add all groups, and I start collaboration, and it would create my Google Drive. There you go. And I don't have to worry about sending invitations to people because it already did. So everyone that I added, okay, it already sent the invitation to. And you can have several collaborations. You can have several projects at the same time. Then we have the Conferences tab, and the Conferences tab is just basically where you're going to find all the videos for the live sessions that you might have in the course. But let me show you how it looks. Finally, the last one is conferences. So here basically is all the different courses you might have, live sessions. So conferences, what we mean with conferences, it's like a live meeting where the teacher might be teaching the course directly. In this case, it shows that this one is in progress. I could go there and join. It would open this link. You just give access. You might decide that you want to join with microphone or just listen. There you go, connecting. So right now, obviously, there's no one organizing it because, well, if I'm here as a student, so I cannot actually add in. But there's a couple of interesting things. This is recorded, and the recording will last for 14 days on the database, and then it's deleted. So you know, you need to make sure that you watch it. I'm not fully using this function yet on my courses, but hopefully soon I will be. All right, and that was the Conferences tab. So to conclude, we covered all the different tabs that we have within the course of Canvas and how the platform works. I know that it was a little bit of a long video, but I hope that it's indeed useful for you to understand all the different functionalities that you can have, both as a student, all right, or even as a teacher. But as a student, it really is important that you know how to work with all these things, because there's so many tools that you can use to make your life easier that indeed it would be a waste not to use them, all right? Thank you very much for watching, and if you have any questions or any recommendations, just let me know on the comment section below.